Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, back with another crypto video, and today I'm giving you guys a little bit of an update on Ripple and XRP. XRP transactions are skyrocketing as XRP price maintains solid growth. Now, for the price in general, it is still around 29.6 cents, so we can definitely conclude that right now, whilst reading this, the prices are not skyrocketing whatsoever. But in this case, they're talking about the transactions, so let's look a little bit deeper into what they're talking about. While Bitcoin is enjoying its recent price jump, there has been some noted progress with Ripple's XRP as well. Although not a corresponding surge in price, XRP's daily transactions recently soared and seems ready to hit and surpass its current all-time high. On Monday, data from crypto statistics service BitInfoCharts showed that the XRP ledger recorded 1.63 million transactions, gearing up to beat its own record again. The current record high for the number of transactions was about 1.7 million, almost 2 years ago in January of 2018. The effect of this spike in the number of transactions was also felt by the rest of the crypto market, as it represents more than half of all the crypto transactions that took place in the market on the same day. Do you guys get the severity of that here? Let me just quickly repeat that. The effect of this spike in the number of transactions was also felt by the rest of the crypto market, as it represents more than half of all the crypto transactions that took place in the market the same day. With XRP as the most transacted asset, Ethereum was the second, with Bitcoin and Bitcoin SV as the third and fourth most transacted assets respectively. There are some rumors going around, however, that Ripple might be involved in the XRP jump. This is because data from XRPL.org, the XRP Explorer, points to the fact that most of the transactions that took place on that day were IOUs. And the XP Ledger also does feature a decentralized exchange as an important part of this, and this exchange can easily be used as a way to issue IOUs with other currencies outside of XRP. As I've told you guys before, you can actually transact Bitcoin over the XP Ledger because of IOUs, or with the help of IOUs. It's a little bit of a longer story, but I have a video about that somewhere on my channel. Could be how to send Bitcoin through XRP, or maybe why Bitcoin is cheaper on XRP or something like that. It actually reduces a lot of the costs, so that's why I did a video on that a while ago. While there is no certainty that Ripple's behind it, there's always the chance that the transaction could be from Ripple or a totally different entity, testing out the IOU function, maybe even in Bitcoin. On Monday, though, as well, Whale Alert, a Twitter account dedicated to heavy crypto traders or trades, noted that at least 800 million XRP were transferred from Bitstamp to initially unknown wallets. A while later, though, Bitstamp then officially posted a tweet confirming that the XRP transfers, which eventually totaled to a whopping $1.2 billion, were to BitGo, Bitstamp's new crypto storage client. So it's not too crazy. It looked kind of crazy at the start because, of course, $1.2 billion XRP in such a short time frame is always kind of frightening. You know, you don't really know what people are going to be doing with it. But in the end here, it was for one of their own things, so it's not something you need to worry about. Santander, a partner of Ripple, creates new payment service called PagoFX. Now, I don't really know why we're saying this is new. I mean, PagoFX I've heard quite a lot about in the past, so I don't really know what the situation is surrounding that. Maybe it's because right now they announced it formally or something like that, because if I do remember correctly, and if we do actually take a look at the PagoFX website, it shows us that it's about 10 months old, and for a fact, I know that in April we did a video about PagoFX, but I think it's about 10 months old. Maybe it's some other PagoFX, it could definitely be so, but you guys let me know about that. In this case here, they're saying creates new payment service called PagoFX. After a new Q3 report released by Santander and announcement of the PagoFX payment service, the Ripple community wonders if the Santander global platform will actually go ahead and use XRP, Xcurrent, and its on-demand liquidity. So, an important partner of Ripple, of course, they're a behemoth of a partner, a huge partner, Banco Santander, has recently launched a new product. PagoFX will be a new payment service created by the Spanish bank, and it will be used in the United Kingdom and European Union. Santander announced the new payment service in the Q3 report. Again, the new payment service, the Q3 report, its main use will be for international money transfers, which are also a specialty of RippleNet. Ripple and Santander have been partners several times. The bank often uses XCurrent for international payments and settlements, which is why some people in the XRP community believe that the token may be used in this new system. I mean, in theory, it could be. There's a lot more links towards it right now, especially, I should say, since the rebranding that Ripple did, whereas they're not really saying XRapid as much anymore, but really branding it all between RippleNet. And I think now a lot of the boundaries for these bigger banks to use XRP now have kind of gone away. And also, as Brett Garlinghouse himself said, they just want people to use XCurrent and then later transfer them over to XRapid because it's a lot simpler. And in this case, since they're already using XCurrent, I see those chances really quite positively. The XRP Research Center, a prominent Twitter profile on Ripple and XRP, believes that the XRP ledger may be used for this, due to the prior relationship between the companies and how it would be the perfect solution for a system such as this one. He said on Twitter, October 30th, Banco Santander released financial report Q3. Santander creates Santander Global Platform, an international global unit that will host PagoFX. PagoFX has already requested license to operate in the UK and EU. So in this case, maybe the new thing is Santander Global Platform, or maybe I've just had it wrong in my memory and was PagoFX never launched or anything, was just like a concept that they had before. You know, it could all really be so. It's not that important. All you need to know now is this. Let's see into the tweet itself real quick. I got more articles about this, by the way, guys. Like, for example, here, I got one from You Today, which also said, Ripple's partner Santander hosts PagoFX payment service. Will it run on Ripple? Right? Santander, banking giant that works on Ripple's technologies for instant payments without XRP use is to host a payment service, PagoFX. Santander issues Q3 report, will another payment service run on Ripple, and Spring accepts keyless to his blockchain network. More about keyless in a second here. Let's quickly check out the tweet though. There's some pictures attached. SGP, Global Payment Service, and Santander InnoVentures. And the second picture that they have here is a little bit more info. But let's check this one out. You can see here at the left bottom, PagoFX international transfers, open market, request license for payments in, and you see to the UK and the EU here. Creation of a new reporting unit segment, Santander Global Platform, which includes our global digital service under a single unit. Our fully digital bank, open bank, and digital services. Global payment services, payments platform to better serve our customers with value propositions developed globally, including Super Digital, PagoFX, and our recently launched Super Global Businesses, Global Merchant Services, and Global Trade Services. Yeah, that's all really cool, all really nice, but in the end, you know, I don't think that many of you will care. Global Payment Services, again, PagoFX aims to create an app for the open market and has already requested a license to operate in the UK and a European passport. Yeah, completely cool. I don't know how I knew about this then a couple of months ago already. Maybe we got some early info. I don't really know, but you guys need to let me know about that situation because I'm a little bit confused with this. Little bit confused. Ripple is moving forward with several partnerships and plans these days. Recently, the SBI Bank, which is another partner of Ripple, has also announced a product that will use the XRP technology called MoneyTap. And again, I don't really call that recently at all. The product is focused on international payments and it was created by SBI and PayPal, a Japanese company. Spring, one of its subsidiaries of the crypto firm, has also recently launched Keyless, and I think this article has a little bit more info about that, so that's why I wanted to switch it over. Recently, Ripple's DApp development platform, well, are we calling Spring Ripple's DApp development platform? I would kind of consider Spring more Ripple's venture arm or Ripple's XRP involvement platform, really. I mean, Spring does so many things out there that are not only for DApp development, I would say, right? I mean, maybe that's their specific goal. Trying to get as many DApps on XRP or get XRP as useful as possible or as many uses for it slash as many things on there. I don't really would consider it DApp development platform. All right, that's just what I think. But yeah, Spring launched its own network for DApp makers. Now a keyless startup, a biometric authentication and identity management platform has joined it. Today, we welcome Keyless Tech to the Spring network. Read how the team is reinventing privacy by providing authentication as a service. The startup uses the blockchain technology to let people access the... It scared the crap out of me. No, I just pressed back by accident. providing authentication service. The startup uses the blockchain technology to let people access their accounts and crypto wallets anywhere without fear of losing private keys. What are your thoughts about that? Let me know in the comment section down below as well, guys. What are your thoughts around the situation? XRP is responsible for 50% of the crypto transaction volume over the last 24 hours. As I told you guys before, this was such a behemoth of a day. 50% of the total transaction volume. I mean, transaction in volume. That's just really quite insane. All right, XRP is responsible for more than 50% of the total crypto transaction volume over the last 24 hours. Ethereum, Bitcoin, and SV rounded out the top positions. That's just really the rest here. But here in a nice little picture on the BitInfo charts, we can see a little bit further into this. And as we can see here, look at this insane growth here. Look at the amount of transactions, right? You can see XRP at the top always, but not that far, but here they just took a massive increase. You can see at the left top here the amount of transactions, and I think this is just really quite insane, right? It already happened a couple of days ago, but they're still at the top here, just ruling like never before. And it's only since here July of 2019 that XRP really has been permanently above the rest of these cryptos. And of course you can see it like, right, but XRP has a lot cheaper coins, so I mean the transaction in terms of volume, it's like in terms of how many transactions, number of transactions is going to be higher. Well, yes it is, but it's still quite something, I should say, for them to be half of the complete market in terms of transactions. I still think that's really quite insane and really cool for them to achieve. I still think it's definitely a cool achievement. I find it interesting how in this article they have some Forex here. I don't really know if this is also a crypto broker, but I'm just seeing Forex pairs, and I find that interesting that they've included that in their article. A nice little watch right there. Probably a nice car as well. Don't really know what the picture has to do with the story at all, but maybe it has to do with money. Maybe that's why they did it. Don't really understand what they did, but yeah. XRP-based sends have been on the rise since early September, when the coin came under fire for what many investors thought was turning into a detrimental relationship with Ripple. I actually find it pretty interesting how this discussion / fire and the whole forking situation is kind of stirred away. I mean, I'm not really hearing too much about it anymore, and I'm also not hearing that many people complain anymore. I've just been seeing many people happy in the community, just everybody talking nicely, not really talking about the developments, and more so kind of speculating about when this new crypto run-up is going to be, rather than kind of whining and, I want to almost say another word there, just kind of whining and crying about how bad XRP was doing or how much Ripple was manipulating the coin. So I'm kind of wondering from you guys, do you still think what you thought before about Ripple and XRP, or have the last couple of weeks changed your mind? You know, I'm just really kind of interested in seeing what you guys say about that, so you should let me know. And however, Ripple has remained committed to growing XRP through partnerships and improving the entire landscape of crypto. Earlier in the month, the San Francisco-based company, okay, cool, announced it would be joining the Blockchain Association to work with lobbyists in supporting the industry. That would be pretty interesting as well. Guys, that was it for this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Later now, I'm actually right now going to be recording a Twitter video as well. So just looking into a couple of the most important tweets surrounding XRP that you guys need to know about. So make sure you stay close to my channel and make sure you check back here in a couple of hours because there's going to be another cool video. Take care, everybody, and have a nice day. There's going to be more frequent video, guys, so make sure you press subscribe as well.